Mormon?
I actually am, yeah. I didn't think he knows that. Anyhow, yeah, I am half Mexican. It's true. I don't look very Mexican. I don't sound very Mexican. I don't even speak Spanish.
But you're
Like,
Mormon?
the Mexican is, that means I'm good at sex. I'm a baby making machine. Know what I mean? 16 kids ain't shit. All fucking day, that's what I do. True story. So back to the joke I was gonna tell. Being half Mexican, like the Mexicanest thing about me is my favorite sound in the world. Like the sexiest sound in the world to me, no joke, is that first bite out of a hard shell crunchy taco when you take it. Get a little Mex erection every time. Awesome. Yeah. I have learned that you can get away with anything at Costco if you wear a hairnet. True story. So I recently celebrated 100 days of sobriety. I think that's pretty cool. 100 days of sobriety. When I came back hard. Too hard. I don't remember exactly everything that happened, but I can tell you I now have a very strict no alcohol before farting rule. Yes. Enjoy your meal. I've been thinking about getting a puppy lately, so I can be at the pet store and think to myself, I'm gonna make you my bitch. That's so dumb. I don't even know why that's funny, but it's not for you. Are you in a relationship? You're not? Surprise. Yeah, I also, real quick, I'd like to give a shout out to my girlfriend. We just, we celebrated 6 years. 6 years of hell. Of hell, no. 6 years of off and on and off and then on and off and then on the side and then... But we're back on again and that's cool. Hey, don't judge me though, every relationship has problems. The current problem that we're dealing with right now is like, she can look at any half-naked dude in his underwear, these model men, all fucking day. But the moment I turn my head to look at a home and garden magazine with Martha Stewart on the cover, I'm a horrible boyfriend. I'm like, babe, I've seen this issue before and her coconuts aren't that impressive. Another thing she likes to do, she likes to go out to this club in town called Myrna's. If you don't know what Myrna's is, it's a local club here in Anchorage. It's an alternative lifestyle club. I have to call it alternative lifestyle because I can't call it gay. If I call it a gay club, I'm afraid one of them are going to come up behind me. That's the end of it. The thing about gay clubs is, like, I'm not afraid of her getting hit on or me getting hit on or anything like that. What it is at some point throughout the night, every gay man in there decides to take off his shirt. And it sucks because each and every single one of them have those ripped, hard body abs that those guys in their underwear do. It's so fucking depressing. It's terrible because I'm not a big guy. I'm not. I mean, you can look at me. I don't have a lot of muscle mass or anything. But I think that's all based on perspective. It is 100% perspective. You know, if we went to Jersey Shore or something right now, yeah, I will admit I'm the smallest guy in the club every time. But if we went somewhere else, like say Ethiopia, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and think I have a little more mass than all those guys. The same goes for you ladies too, though. Ladies, I think your beauty, that's all in perspective. It is. It's all in perspective. Because if we went to somewhere like LA right now, plastic surgery capital of the world, you probably wouldn't be feeling so hot, would you? But if we went to somewhere like Canada, you'd probably feel like Miss fucking Universe. I'm not saying Canadian people are ugly. They're just ugly.
Yes.
Right? Just to throw it out there, I have some things with me that these other guys don't got going on, these big, masculine, hunky men. I've got some things that outshine them a little bit. Like me, I'm a professional dancer. To some guys, that's embarrassing. But ladies, you know what they say about a man who can dance, right? He's probably gay. I am not. And I know this because I get gag reflex when I brush my teeth. And if you're a man and you get gag reflex just working on your dental hygiene, you're probably not gay. But if you're a woman and you get gag reflex brushing your teeth, you're probably single. Please remember to floss, ladies. Please remember to floss. Speaking of single, when I first moved to Alaska, you know, I couldn't get a date up here to save my life. Like, I didn't know how to do it. I had to ask a friend of mine one day, actually. I was like, hey, what kind of stuff do you like in a man so I can practice these things to try and win a date with an Alaskan girl? And she tells me, she says, you know what, Rick? I kind of like a guy who can surprise me. And so I think about that for a second, you know? And then, BAM! Boob punch. Boob punch. Yes. I did not get a date, but I did get to touch a boob, and that's a good trade-off. It was real bad at first, actually. I had to go and ask every girl's favorite guy. It got bad enough that I had to ask a gay man. I said, hey, dude, what kind of stuff do you like in a guy? And immediately he tells me, my dick. I'm like, dude, I didn't really see that coming. He says, would you like to? All right, man, when you're attracted to somebody, how do you approach them? He says, usually I walk up to them at the bar, and I'll whisper in their ear. I say, excuse me, do you mind if I push your stool in? That advice didn't work for me either. But I have figured it out. I have. I've learned that you can say anything to an Alaskan girl, and if you do it with confidence, guys, you're in every time, no matter what you say. I walked up, actually the way I met my girlfriend, I walked up to her and I said, hey, my favorite part about being a drug dealer is you're fucking hot. It worked. Because women are stupid too. Don't awe that, I said too, everybody's stupid. When I first moved to Alaska, you know, like I'm pretty new at comedy and I have to try to find things to be funny to put on stage. In Alaska, one day, up here, I was on the corner with a moose in front of me, right? And I didn't know what to do, so the first thing that came to my mind was kick it. And I did. Right in the nuts. As hard as I possibly could. And waited to see what would happen. Nothing special, you know, nothing special happened. He just buckled his knees, fell to the ground, and started puking like everybody else. I felt really bad though, because I found I was just a fat guy in Carhartt. That was my first Alaskan experience. That awkward moment when you find out the chick you're buying drinks for all night at the bar is really a man. The more awkward moment when you've had enough to drink, you don't care. You're $12 into this bitch. Let it ride. You have to blame the economy, that's what it is. So, from Vegas, being from Vegas, I was actually born in the ghetto, as you can tell from my rough exterior. In the ghettos of Vegas, true story. While other kids were playing Duck, Duck, Goose, I was busy playing Hood Rat, Hoochie Mama. For me, it was Red Rover, give me all your shit. Yeah. Before I close out, actually, I'll tell you a little story about the ghetto. I'm walking down the street one day and I see a homeless guy with a sign that says, too ugly to prostitute, too honest to steal. I had to stop and tell the guy, I'm like, dude, you are not too ugly to prostitute. You're just too ugly to be successful at prostitution. I felt bad, so I gave the guy 20 bucks. After a super calloused hand job. Yeah, that happened. Hey everybody, Lady Gaga is my favorite boy band. We're going to bring Clayton back up. Thank you.